one of the top e-commerce companies just announced an offering that is huge, and the stock is only down about 5% today, so it's showing really strong relative strength. So I just wanted to give a quick update on this. I did post a video this morning about C Limited, ticker symbol SE. It's more of a deep dive, and it's talking about the expansion in Europe. We go over the price target, what I think it's worth, using my 10-year DCF, and also an overview of the company and how large scale it can be. But this news is crazy because they just had a huge offering, and the stock price, you can tell there's a lot of long-term investors in it because the stock price is just down 5%. So it keeps bouncing off the 20-day MA, which is really great. So we're going to talk about the offering. We're going to talk about a past offering and what I think is going to happen. If you want to see the buy target that I have, be sure to check the link in the description below for the overview video that I did this morning to watch that. It's a really good one. But let's talk about C Limited's chart. So it says that C seeks $6.3 billion in one of Southeast Asia's biggest fundraisers. That is a lot of money, but it's well worth it. It's called the three-headed monster because it's in 3 high-growth industries, and it's #1 in most of Southeast Asia, excluding Indonesia, but they're #2 in Indonesia. Plans to raise $6.3 billion in a share and convertible bond sale in one of the region's largest ever capital raises. Now, this comes after C is at all-time highs, so I think this is a really great opportunity for them to have their offering, and I'll explain why it's good for investors later. But basically, they're just planning on expanding. So the Singapore headquartered company is looking to sell 11 million American Depository Receipts ADRs with the option to offer 1.65 million more for additional. It is also raising $2.5 billion in a convertible bond that has a $375 million green shoe attached. At C's closing stock price of $334, talk about crazy growth. It's gone up about 80% its revenue this year, which is incredible. This is the second major fundraising in less than a year for the $185 billion company that is looking to scale up to global expansion. So they just announced this week, and what I announced in my video is that they're expanding into Poland to capture the European continent for the first time. And also they announced expansion into Brazil, and they're competing with Mercado Libre for that. So Southeast Asia's top company by market cap said it plans to use the proceeds for general corporate purposes, including strategic investments and acquisitions. So let me know down in the comments what you think that means, because that's a pretty big bit of information. Now, if they're going for the e-commerce side, if they're going for the gaming side, or if they're going for digital wallets, who do you think they would acquire? What strategic partnerships do you think they're looking at? I think they're definitely going to spend it on R&D. They're definitely going to spend it on capital raising and on capital, and they're definitely going to spend it on expansion. But what else? Maybe they're going to acquire Zip or Zezzle. Who knows? In December last year, C raised $2.57 billion in a discounted share sale at $195 a share. Imagine if you got it at that price. Would be really great. Or maybe you did buy it at that price. So let's see what happened during that time. And this is from Twitter account by Jordan Ellis. So I really liked what he did. This is a good graph for everyone. They did an offering in December of 2020 when they were at all-time highs. Now, the following day, it closed at 202. So from 205 to 202. Not bad. And then the next day, announces follow-on pricing of $195 per share. They closed below 200 at 198. Then the next day, sells off during day, closes at 193. And then it went all the way down to 188 on December 15th. But then it went back up again. So are we expecting this for this time? And my personal opinion is that yes. C is a high growth company. They have all of the profits to back it up. Their revenue growth is explosive. They're doing an incredible job with expansion. And now that they're expanding into Europe, into South America, the sky's the limit for them. And e-commerce is their fastest growing platform. It's about 50% of the company, and it's huge. We know how big e-commerce is going to be by 2025. It's going to be really huge. So this is so exciting, and I think that it's going to, after a few days, bounce back and go to more all-time highs, especially if we look at the chart. So let's take a look at the chart and what's happening today. I like to see this. Now, if we look at the chart, I have a key support line and a key resistance line, and it's literally staying at the 20-day MA. It's respecting that 20-day MA. We love to see that. What's also happening is the key resistance uptrend that it broke out of before. And notice that it broke right out of that, and then they announced the offering. So they might have been doing some technical analysis there as well. But it's respecting that line as well. So if we can keep that line respected, it will definitely bounce off and go up to all-time highs, continue its uptrend, because it has been on a rampage so far. But I think there's enough volume. I think that the RSI looks good. Of course, it needs to pull back a little bit today. And yes, there is a red candle right now. If we do see a bounce going up, then it may go to all-time highs. If we do see it continue to go down, that's when I would wait and hold off, and maybe we'll get to our buy target. Now, I would say it's just a hold for right now. We need to just watch it for the next few days. Volume is really good right now, and what I love to see is the relative strength. There is a strong relative strength with this stock because it is going back up. We can tell there's tons of institutional buyers. There's tons of long-term buyers in this stock, and it's shown through the relative strength, which I absolutely love as an investor of this company. I bought it around $200, which I'm very happy with so far. But if there is a dip below 300, I will personally be adding on shares for this company because I see a huge future with it. So let me know if you're buying, if you're a holder of this, are you adding on to it? What are you doing with this? The last piece of information I just wanted to quickly talk about is what's going to happen to investors with this offering, because that's a lot of money. That's a huge share offering, but it's a huge company. So it's not going to dilute investors as much as we think it is. And the shares outstanding, actually through my research, have been increasing about 1.5%. So that is a little bit of a risk. We don't like to see the shares outstanding going up. But I think once they start to become more of an Amazon, they will trickle that back down and probably have some buybacks. But right now they're in ramp up high growth speed. So it's only going to dilute shareholders about 2%, which is fantastic. I'm personally very happy with an offering. I think that's a really smart decision by management's part. They have great management and it doesn't dilute shareholders that much. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with their strategic partnerships and their expansions. But as always, leave a like. This is Supergirl Investor here to save the world and make you wealthy. And I just wanted to give you this quick update because I literally just made a video yesterday, and then I saw the share offering, so I was like, okay, we have to make another video, make an update so you're still in the loop on that. So I love each and every one of you. Please leave a like, please comment down below what stock I should look at next, or if there's any stock market news that I should look at next and make a video about. I read all of your comments, and thank you, because you have some really good comments that you're coming up with. Thank you very much. Please be safe and happy investing. Bye.
If you would like 2 free stocks and to support the channel, sign up for Webull, link in the description. And as a bonus, get a free year membership to the Supergirl Investor community, where we learn how to be wealthy and save the world.